Hi, my name is Karen Parlato. I'm an assistant stage manager on the Lion King National Tour, and we're here at the Fox Theater in Atlanta, and I'm going to show you around some backstage. All right, so this is our area here, one of our many quick change areas for the ensemble. Everyone has their own spot, and they just sit down at a bench in front of their name, and all their costumes are laid out for them. They can change with the help of many of our local dressers, and they're ready to hit the stage, which is right over here. And these are some of our props that are hanging on our walls. Everything from here towards the stage is ours, and it travels with us and usually fits in a pretty prearranged pattern that we all know where we're going to find things. And once we come up on our stage, we have all of our tracks in the floor, all of our lighting equipment, and our things that are always hanging up in the air above us. Pretty much everything except Pride Rock goes up in the air when it's not on stage. And we have our many props and our CO2 tanks for some special effects, which are always important. And then we have the wonderful stage of the Fox Theater, where I first played in 1999, and it's been wonderful to come back. I've never seen a theater of this size in New York. They don't have theaters anywhere near this big. And the architecture and everything was absolutely mind-blowing to me when I first saw it. And it's wonderful to be back. On the stage we have various tracks in the floor. This circle here is for Pride Rock. It works kind of like a model train set here, where it has switches in the floor. Some are automatic, and the ones off stage are manually operated by the crew when they need to be. And Pride Rock can come out in a couple different, from different areas, different wings, do a big circle, go back off in different directions. And that's part of how we adapt the Broadway show to the tour, is on Broadway, the rock comes out of the floor in a big trap door and goes all the way down to the basement, many, many feet. Touring houses, generally, we don't have access to basements, so we have to improvise. And I got a really bright flashlight here, so we can see what's happening over here. So this is our Pride Rock, and it collapses for easier storage because it's always, as I said, on the stage. It really can't get out of our way fully. So it works kind of like an accordion. There's two motors, and they drive together, and then that can make it small. And when it's ready to go on stage, the two motors drive away from each other to stretch it all the way out to make a staircase. And it's like a snake, kind of. It can articulate, so when it takes a corner, when it makes that big iconic circle image from the show, then it makes a curving staircase, and then it can straighten out again. So it is fully remote controlled by either manually, using this little doodad here, or by our automation console. So it can run computerized cues that run for many minutes and do all the things that we expect it to do exactly on time. And that's Pride Rock. And over here we have some more our beautiful puppets. We have hundreds of puppets in the show that are very, very lovingly maintained by an entire puppets department, which is something that most shows don't have at all. And more of our props. We got baby Simba here, is always a favorite. And then over this way we have another beautiful puppet, is the bird man. We call him the bird soloist. And this puppet is worn on an actor's shoulders, and as he moves his arms, all the birds flap in unison. It's a really beautiful effect. And then down this way we have some more changing areas. Our giraffes are beautifully portrayed by actors on stilts, and they each have their own package of giraffe equipment. And this is our baby elephant, Baby Elle. And her mom, Bertha, lives up there, and she is operated by 4 actors. And that's a very memorable moment in the show. Over here we have some more technical areas. This is where I work a lot of the time. It doesn't look like much when it's all powered down, but this is the console where we call the show, all the lighting cues, the automation cues and things. And we have the whole thing on cameras. We have many, many cameras, at least 10 that we use, and then some that we don't always use unless we need them. And over here, more quick change areas. This is a big area here. One of the things about the Fox is that there's no crossover directly from stage right to stage left. So we have quick changes that happen here that don't normally have to happen on a certain side of the stage, and we have a whole spreadsheet that tells us who's changing where, and they may be exiting a different place to get to where they need to get to. So this is an area that has been kind of built for that purpose of allowing people to change in places that they normally wouldn't. Okay, so this room over here is just off the stage right. It's one of the most accessible rooms in the whole building, and it's actually not used regularly by anyone. What this is our costumes for all of our swings, who are the ensemble members who can jump in at a moment's notice for any of 5 to 10 different people. So if they have to go on in the middle of a show, they know they run to this room and they find their section. If Aaron has to go on, he has to go on for a certain character in a certain scene, he can just grab that costume and throw it on, and they can be on stage in a minute or two from getting notice that they need to go on. So this is one of my favorite things about what happens backstage, is all these animals hanging in the air are for Circle of Life, and the way that they work, especially for the finale, is that when they're put on the actors, they descend in a kind of in a line. It's like an assembly line process. There's a zebra on the bottom rack, and that actor steps underneath it. The zebra flies down on their shoulders. They clip into it. They walk away. The next actor steps under. The next zebra descends on top of them, and it's just a really fun thing to see, and it helps us fit all our puppets in every theater. So thanks for coming to our backstage tour of The Lion King. We're here in Atlanta until October 20th, and we hope we'll see you.